Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We are back to 5e this week, which means I will be your ever wonderful DM, the ever merciful and kind, I'm sure. So we had to skip last week due to a couple of scheduling conflicts and people getting sick, things like that, unfortunately. But we are back. Now, where we left the story off last time, the group had traipsed through the Feywild, had met a hag, had made a couple of deals with her for a couple of things. She gave them a rock that they needed to bury when they got back to the material plane within 5 years. In return, they got directions by way of creepy, pointy, severed finger towards where they needed to go get their names back. They tracked it down to a big city where they met Oberon. That's who it was. This is why I have notes. Where they met Oberon. He was holding court. They walked right up in there, knelt before him. It was very tense and very quiet in the room. He made them a bet. Their names, in return for something, he doesn't honestly remember what because he didn't really care, as it turns out. It was all just a prank. Made Father Ironcloak bounce a shoe on his head for like 2 seconds and then gave him their names back. And he was like, man, I'm really glad I didn't win because I had no plan for that. Had a good laugh at the traveler's expense, as Fae are wont to do. Dismissed everyone because honestly they were just there for the prank. Talked to them for a few minutes, discerned that they were trying to get back to the material plane, at which point he said, yeah, sure, I'll send you back. They said, cool, this is where we're trying to get to. He's like, all right, cool. Snap, and they disappeared. And that is where we left off. So, you all shift through space, maybe time, we'll find out. Not nearly as rough as the trip here, but not as smooth as many other teleports you're used to, because now you're doing transdimensional. It's a little bit different than just trans space. Somebody give me a D100 roll, please.
That's not good.
8.
Wow.
Alrighty then. Cool. Dang, that's low. All right. Yeah. Well, it could have been worse. Roll 2d10 for me.
No, let someone else do it.
I can only mess up so many times.
Okay. Give me just a second. What day is it? Sorry, my timekeeping here got a little out of date, but there we go. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me pull up the little history thing here.
We're going 6 years into the past. Yeah. If that's the case, McGarry, I hate you. I will personally end your life.
Unfortunate.
Because that means I have to wait 6 years for my stupid egg to hatch.
Or we can go save our comrade who's not dead yet.
Also, the egg is traveling with you.
You're muted, Kedron.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm muted because I was eating. It's the egg's timeline, not necessarily the time.
All right, cool. Good to know. You all. Whoa. You kind of look around, and I'm assuming you took your horses with you?
Yeah, I'd actually brought that up before last time.
Okay. Good to know. You look around, and you are in a forest. Again, man, you guys come to forests a lot. However, as you're looking around, there are tree houses around you. Like, not small kid tree houses. We're talking, and compared to the trees you were just seeing in the Feywild, to be perfectly fair, these are nothing. They're good-sized trees. Moderate weather, like nice 75 degrees. Hold on, let me check the date and location. It's a little chillier than that, actually. Not too bad. You're probably sitting around, at this time, you'd probably sitting around low 50s. It's a little chilly, but not terrible. And there are definitely tree houses. These are fairly big trees, and it looks like people's homes up in these trees. With your fairly high passive perceptions, all you hear are the sounds of the forest around you. You don't hear any people.
Well then, any clues as to where we are? That's all. I'm addressing this to the group.
Yeah, go for it.
Give me a second. I probably have a spell. I'm just pulling in my spell list right now.
I'm going to start kind of not venturing far. We're still within sight line, maybe like, 30, 40 feet away, and just kind of doing light scouting.
Yeah, you're just kind of looking around. Give me a perception check.
All right. Perception.
Yeah, I got nothing.
$24.
24, yeah. Give me a second. What is everyone else doing?
How far up in the trees are these tree houses?
They're probably a good 20 feet off the ground.
Does it look like there's ways to get up into the tree houses, or is it?
So he's looking around. It's going to take just a minute, but
Do they look traveled?
Do they look what?
Traveled, as if people's been using them, or if they're abandoned and have been for some time.
That would be an investigation.
Oh, investigation.
Yes, please. I'll tell you guys what you need to roll.
Okay.
Yes, investigation. Iron Cloak. Sorry, what was that you were looking for?
So does it look like these are like a don't come up in my tree house type of tree houses, or like there's bad things down below?
Give me a. Huh. I almost want to say insight because you're trying to determine like how they were built, but that doesn't quite sound right.
No, like are there like your classic like pointy sticks and no way up type of deal, or is it just kind of like a treehouse?
Okay, so you all are pretty much doing the same thing. You're all looking around. Cool.
Yeah.
Give me either perception or investigation. You would be an investigation for that one.
Guidance investigation.
Brother Thule, what are you up to?
Just
Wow, no.
kind of looking around, trying to see if there's anyone like watching us, I guess.
Yeah, perception check to look for people. Back at the top, perception, Kedron. No people. Some disrepair, some trees growing in places that, or like plants growing in places that probably wouldn't normally grow if people were there. I believe McGear was also looking to see if it was abandoned. Same thing. Nothing.
Alara had the 18, by the way.
Okay, yeah, Alara, like, looks like it's probably been abandoned at least for some time. As you guys are just kind of looking around, kind of staying in the general vicinity, moving a little bit, but not much, kind of getting a handle on your surroundings. It's very quiet. The birds are singing. There's some chipmunks moving around and stuff like that. But as far as the disrepair and all of that, it seems like it's been here for a minute and no one else has been. Yeah, Thule, 14. Yeah, you kind of get the same. It's been a minute. There's not a whole lot around. You don't really see anyone. Father Iron Cloak. Man, there's some nice tree houses.
It's not made of stone. It doesn't matter. It's not
It's
important.
made of wood.
It's made of wood. Sucks. How dare they make things of wood?
You do see a couple of rope ladders that are down. Some of these rope ladders actually look newer than the general construction around you.
Can I try touching the tree?
Sure.
Yeah, because the last tree that you were in
Poke.
was totally
That's
tiny.
why I'm poking it.
Is tree.
All right, I'm gonna climb up the tree.
So, just a guess, but we told him we wanted to go to wherever the druids retreated to. Could this be possibly the remains of a druidic settlement? I mean, you'd think it would be much more disrepair by
Wait
how long
a
it's been,
second.
but keep in mind they do have an ability to manipulate nature, so maybe it staved it off. It's not as disrepaired as
That
might
or the
suspect.
actual being a druid.
What?
Say what?
That or the actual beings as in druids. Which are like sub-fae.
So yeah, you start climbing the tree. Up the tree you go. Are you getting up to like one of the platforms around these houses?
Yeah.
Okay. You get up there. The door is one of the doors on the front of the house is ajar. The one you're standing in front of. There are some shutters, but one of them's like hanging, kind of flapping in the light breeze a little bit. A little chilly, but I mean, whatever. Yeah.
Gonna
The only signs of life you see are animal life.
knock on the door. Hello?
It is a room inside, unlit, but enough light filtering down between the busted shutters and the open door that you look inside. And it is a simple home. It looks like there's a table and some chairs that are a little broken. There's some animal droppings. You see a couple of forest small creatures kind of scamper out through one of the shutters in the back, maybe probably chipmunks or something, or squirrels. There's a couple bats roosting up in the rafters. But it's been abandoned for a while, it looks like, but that's what you see.
I'm gonna go in, tie off my horse, and climb up with him.
Okay, yeah, you're taking one of the rope ladders?
Sure, same
Yeah,
one.
I was
take
just
a
like
rope.
climbing up the side of the tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you climb up the rope ladder, and again, with that 24 perception earlier, the rope ladder, definitely newer construction than the rest of this compound that you're in. But you get up there, and there are catwalks between the different tree houses, like rope bridges and stuff. Some of them are a little in disrepair, but you imagine with as much as the network is around, as long as you're fairly careful, you can get between most of the houses.
about what time is it right now?
Give me a nature check. You're in the forest. There's a pretty heavy canopy, so you're going to be trying to figure that out. Or sorry, survival. Survival before you roll survival.
I'm not needing like an exact time. Just
Yeah, well, this is okay. That's pretty good. Afternoon, kind of going towards evening, but not super late.
all right. Why don't we scout around, look for a place to set up, whatever place is best to set up a base in, possibly one of these tree houses, and then we can use that to further investigate the area.
Does it look like there's like a central tree house, or is it just kind of like a string of
From where you're sitting, and again, this is fairly dense foliage. From where you're sitting, they're connected, but you don't see a central one from here.
So we can see like a couple here and there.
Yeah, you can.
But it's
They're pretty thick in the trees. Like this would almost be a small city, or a large town.
Yeah.
But from where you're standing, you can see a handful of them connected together, and they go off into the distance a little bit.
I would like to start moving around and exploring, and try
Yeah.
to do what I said. Try to find a good place for us to set up a base in this seemingly abandoned city.
Okay, sure. So you're looking for a good place to set up camp. Give me a survival check.
Well, I'm more investigating the houses to find which one would suit us best.
Right. So you're looking for a good camping spot in these houses. Investigation would be like you're going over the houses with a fine-tooth comb, looking for hidden doors, traps, stuff like that. Versus survival is, hey, this would be a good spot to camp.
I'll tag along and assist.
All right.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
in investigating the house I'm in, I guess, or I'm at the doorway of.
15.
Okay, just that one house.
I'm looking for the kitchen.
Sure. Yeah, give me investigation checks, both of you.
God, I am.
Is a house. There's a nice hearth over there. Probably like a good place to like chill and relax. Yeah, hearth. Could build fire. Fire's warm.
Your food.
All right, Brother Thule, what are you doing?
Gonna
I'm good at it.
Uh,
Finding food.
see if there's any clue as to why this area is like abandoned. I guess, or see if I can.
Yeah.
See
Yeah, go ahead and roll, and then let me know how long you're wanting to look, because that'll kind of determine the DC of what you find. Give me a perception. You're kind of doing an overarching looking for clues versus like investigating closely, right?
yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check and let me know how long you're wanting to spend on this.
Alright. Probably like maybe an hour or two.
Okay, you're wondering for a while. Then go ahead and roll. Back up to the top. Kedrin and Nilara with a 16. Yeah, you find what you assume is probably a pretty suitable house. The floors are sturdy. There's a nice hearth there. You can build a fire in here without it catching
It was
fire
that
because those
second
are
one. It was the 16. I mean the 15.
Okay,
I mean
with
it's
a
only
15,
off by
sorry.
1, but
Yeah, same thing. Sturdy floorboards. Doesn't seem to be a lot of dry rot in here. Not a lot of fungus. You know, this one was pretty well closed up. The door was still unlocked and ajar. Interestingly enough, as you come in, there is a trap, but it's already been sprung. So you don't really have to worry about it. It was like a bushwhack with spikes that was already out, and you just dug under it. You could totally reset it too.
I'm gonna check
But
the rest of the house for any more traps before we decide to officially.
yeah, for sure, go for it.
Investigation.
Now this is like a one-room house. These aren't houses. These are houses.
It's still
Ooh.
investigation, right?
They're
Yeah,
studio
roll an investigation.
apartments.
Basically, some of them are a little larger. Some of them are a little smaller. But
Only a
usually
12.
12 and well, you can't roll lower than an 8, which makes it a.
No, that's insights.
That's insights. You're correct.
This
12 in this house. No, you don't really find any other traps or anything in here.
I rolled a natural 3.
Yeah. So no, it looks good, but yeah, no, that one was definitely sprung. Hearth seems to be in good condition. It's the only things made of stone in here, so they don't burn. No, you could definitely camp in here.
All right, everybody. I think I found a good place to set up a base of operations.
Magir, you find what was probably once a pantry. Nothing in it.
Alar, let's move
Well,
on.
I want to
horses
keep looking
beneath.
then because I'm looking for snackies.
You find an acorn.
It's not the same. I will keep looking.
You can make acorn stew.
It's not the same. I'm
Alar,
looking for
let's
Yeah, you
go ahead
find
and
you find some mouse droppings.
it's not the same. I'm gonna keep looking.
There's nothing in the pantry.
Alara, let's go ahead and move our horses underneath this treehouse here.
Okay.
As you're moving through the town, you do again high passive perceptions. Actually looking around. Kerthul with an 11, and you're spending an hour. Okay. You do find a few defenses. You find a couple of sharpened logs halfway buried that were probably once part of some sort of defense mechanism. You see that some of the what am I saying? Rope ladders have basically quick disconnects, like the old ones, not the new ones necessarily, to where they just had hooks that you could just release. There are a couple of defenses around here, but as for what actually like led them to disappear, you're not really sure. But there are defenses around here, at least the remnants of some very old defenses.
Okay. Can I try to judge how old the defenses are?
That would be a nature check. You're going off of like, you know, rates of decay and stuff like that.
Better than I expected.
Based off of that, yeah, about the same age as the rest of this compound. You can't like nail down a date or anything, but it seems to be maybe like it would be the same like time period as the rest of the construction. It was probably built a little after the rest of the construction, just based off of context clues, you know, but same time period.
Okay.
Pretty old, by the way. All right, yeah. So you guys said you were moving into the house you found?
Yeah, I'm gonna start setting up our equipment in there.
Yeah, for sure. You start getting some stuff in there. Are you guys building a fire in the hearth, anything like that?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so who's going to collect firewood?
I'll
Laura,
start moving all of our stuff up into it, like carrying it up. If Alara, would you like to get the firewood while I carry things up into here from the horses and such.
Sure.
I'll help carry
Awesome.
things up.
Okay, those two carrying things up. Let me check something. Oh shoot, my dice are upstairs. Dang it! I'll be right back.
I'm so confused.
I have dice.
Power nap.
I'm so confused right now.
We're doomed.
What? I'm sure you do.
Hmm.
I don't know. Your belly looks pretty full to me.
Not big. Not big. I mean not full. I'm hungry.
And I imagine it's probably not going to be too awful hard to gather firewood around this place.
I'm feeling funny.
Brent, you hear me?
What?
I said, I imagine it's probably not going to be too awful hard to gather firewood around this place.
No, not at all. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So we got Father, Ironcoke, and Kedron moving stuff up. McGear is hunting through really old kitchens. Brother Thule, what are you doing while they're doing all of that?
I'm going to check in with the rest of the group.
Okay, yeah.
See how it
It'll
is.
be a few minutes still for you because you're roaming around while they're doing all of this, but you're not too far off. All right, Ilara, what is your passive perception?
Yeah, 15.
15, perfect. Let me check something.
You can have the apple.
Oh, interesting. Okay then, cool. All right, and then roll one of these real quick. All right, cool. Ilara, you start gathering firewood. It's not that hard. It has rained recently, so you have to do search a little bit for like some drier stuff, but really not that difficult. You're at it for a couple of minutes. You're getting your arms pretty full. You end up on this big patch of brush. Hey, there's some rather dry-looking sticks in there. So you reach over to grab it, and you pull. It doesn't come out. Huh. Pull again. It moves. Oh gosh, it's moving towards me really fast as something stands up in front of you. And I'm going to move you all to a map.
The rest of them aren't technically there yet.
No, you're not. She's
said
about 30 feet away from the base of the tree at this point. Is what those rolls are for. Distance determining if she found it. Yada, 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 yada. And then let's get some music going.
Kedron. Fancy calculator, 30 feet away, and we're 30 feet away and 30 feet up.
Oh, right.
It goes and comes up towards you. It's going to actually make an attack against you because it was waiting. As I move it to the top. Doop, doop, doop.
42 feet. For 30 feet up and 30 feet away.
You are surprised currently because you did not see this thing. It rolled really good on its stealth. Does a 20 hit?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as it swings around and slams into you with a big mass of tangled brush and twigs and briars and tentacle-like vines.
I
That's
know
what I'm
what
looking for.
this is.
As it slams into you, growling and roaring up onto almost 4 legs, big stone protrusions coming out of its bottom jaw. I need everyone to please roll initiative. Make sure you highlight your token before you hit the button.
I have thingies I can click. Oh, dope.
Yay, back to my slow self.
That's Alara. That's not McGear.
The 21.
That's 21. Yeah.
Well,
Okay, it
popped
showed up
in the
as you
trackers.
because you highlighted your token. So
Back up. Have a night. Do not save your game there.
Do you want me to roll initiative for you or wait?
You can roll this for me.
all right, I believe that's everybody.
Oh, shoot. And that's actually McGear. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It showed up as McGear in the tracker.
Okay, good.
All right, and with that, you all are about 30 feet away, 30 feet up, which means for those of you in the tree, it's going to take you about 30 minutes. Let me roll
30 minutes.
Or not 30 minutes, 2 turns. What am I thinking?
It's 41 feet away.
Yeah, it's 41. Okay, yeah, you're flying. You can do that. For those of you who have to climb and then run,
I can just jump.
Hey, McGear, what's your dex? Or
in
is this?
school, you're going to be about here, kind of wandering around looking, because the tree houses are all up in here, and there's like bridges and stuff, but whatever. All right. You all are over here somewhere. And we'll get to you when it comes to your turn. All right, Ilara, you're up. This big plant thing just sat up and smacked you and is trying to wrap its tentacles around you. What are you doing?
Well, I'll probably drop the firewood.
Good call.
And I have my axe on my hip, so I am going to use that.
Go for it. Yeah, I think that hits. Oh yeah, for 5
Sure.
points of radiant damage. Awesome. And what about for the rest of your turn?
Just keep smacking.
Just keep smacking. Oh, halfling.
Let's try that again.
That'll work.
Dirty 20.
Do you scream out?
And a 10. That does not work. All right. You come up and you swing. Radiant Axe hits. Hand Axe, Radiant Axe, but you just kind of glance off with the Radiant Axe again. Are you using any of your movement?
Did it smack me or am I grappled?
No, it smacked you. It's trying to grapple, but it hasn't quite got on you yet.
Okay. No. I'm not gonna move.
All right, McGear, you are up. You were hunting through kitchens, so you're about 30 feet up and about 30 feet away in a treehouse looking through a kitchen.
I do yell, by the way.
Oh yeah, I imagine. You wanna tell me what that yell sounds like?
Help!
Yeah, it works. It was like
Nani?
that or Wilhelm scream, one of the two.
Nope. Alara's not a pansy.
Yeah. Also,
All
Kedra or McGear, Jacob did the math because he has fancy trigonometry calculator for this type of thing. That would put you at what, 42 feet? So around it to 40 feet.
Yeah, 42.4.
I have line of sight though, don't I? If I keep my head up.
I mean, there's an open area from kind of where we're at, straight over there.
Well, that's not exactly where you guys are at. I just kind of put you off to the side because you're not there yet. Considering you're up in the trees, and I did say it was pretty densely foliated, because you guys would be, in one of the trees. And that's not even exact distance. It's just out of the way. It would be partial cover, so like half cover. So it gets a bonus to AC.
I mean, it's about 40-ish feet away, 35 to 40 feet away from where I am.
Okay, yeah, we'll put you in those trees right there. But you're in the trees, which means you're shooting through leaves and brush, like leaves and stuff in front of you.
That didn't answer my question. Do I have line of sight?
You can see it, but it does have partial cover.
Cool. Epic missile. I don't care about cover.
Awesome. I roll that a damage.
Pew!
Pew pew pachew. Nice. As McGear the machine gun comes out, puts out his hand, and brrr. Anything else on your turn?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Next up, Father Ironcloak.
That's a good question. So it has partial cover, yeah.
Yes.
And we're 30 feet down. So can I forget. I think we've gone over this before, but I forget. Can I let's say jump off the tree, but then use my claws to assist me on my way down so I don't take fall damage, or does that just use my movement anyways?
That would be an acrobatics check for sure.
Let's try it.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check. It's fairly high DC because you've never done this before.
Do the whole anime stick the knife into the tree as
Yeah.
you fall down thing.
That's 6. I'm not doing jack diddly.
You jump, your claws hit, slip right back out because your angle's off, and
But
And
2d6
you
for 30
take-
feet?
huh?
2d6 for 30 feet? Because 10 feet is nothing, and then anything
Yeah.
after that's 1, and
Oh,
then...
it's D6s. I thought it was D10s. My bad.
No, it's
Roll.
D6s.
That's worse. Doesn't matter. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you just fall down to the ground on your back. And with that low of a roll, you are prone. However, you didn't use your movement to get here.
Hey, that's fine. I just get to use half my movement to stand up, right?
Yep.
So now I have... Does that round up or down? I have 25 feet of movement. Is that 15 or 10?
For half?
Yeah.
You mean, is it 12 or 13?
Yeah. I have
Oh,
25...
rounding down. Okay.
Yeah, is
Well,
it...
it rounded down to 10 because it's on the lower end of that.
Okay.
Between.
All right, so I'm going to
It gets weird when you start having those numbers in these systems.
move to there. And since I'm
Perfect.
on the ground, do I have line of sight?
yes.
Is there... All right. How tall are how far up in the air are these trees? The canopy of the
I'll be
tree.
right back. There's gunshots.
Oh, looks like he's rolling initiative in real life.
Obi has a shotgun in real life. Or something.
Well, no, not Obi.
Yeah, I know.
Jason.
But he has a gun in real life.
You have a 5.7. It's going to be more expensive than getting robbed.
You know what? Just let him take the PlayStation.
So, how tall are these trees? The canopy of the trees. How far up in the air is it?
Probably 40.
40
But I
feet?
mean,
Oh.
they start foliating lower than that. And there's brush and stuff around.
So I can't see the sky at all, right?
Not really. No.
Oh, cool.
The music stopped.
You forgot to put it on repeat?
I thought I had it on repeat, but it's hard to tell.
Spiritual weapon.
It's a false Hydra.
Here.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. I can tell you. Name and everything.
No.
I'm not going to.
No, it's reference to the music suddenly going silent.
Ah.
Spiritual weapon.
If you remember in ye old campaign over PlayStation, this is one of the enemies I had you guys fight.
What? I have no remembrance of this.
All right. Let's see. Spiritual weapon. That was an axe or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tomahawk
It's
You had it on
shuriken?
one of
a
your other
quad hawk.
maps.
Just 4 axes.
Yeah, quad hawk. That's what it was. Let me see if I can pull it off of this one here.
We were just using an axe as the...
Yeah, well, for some reason that piece of art keeps getting lost. It doesn't save on the maps when I leave them, which is really annoying.
Does it... I forget. Does it always look at the same thing? Or do I get to choose what it looks like every time?
You can just choose what it looks like every
All
time.
right, it's just going to be a woodsman axe. Like just straight old, just gonna top down a tree axe.
Nice. Well, I'm not seeing one of those, so that's what it looks like in your head, and it's a pretty one. It's a pretty version of that in here. So, boom.
And can I move? Nope. Nope.
Hold on. Everything good?
Yep. Just people being dumb on a conserve.
Yeah.
Search.
Where is Obi? There you are, Father Ironcloak. There you go. Save settings. You can move it now.
Cool. Let's go in there. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. Does not hit.
Darn it.
Have some brush down though. Hey, look, more firewood.
Um.
What way does it go?
And then I'm gonna use my action, Sacred Flame.
All right, go ahead, and that's a save, correct?
Yep. DC 15 Dex save.
Not great at those. No. What is the damage?
9.
And that is radiant. Awesome.
Yes.
All right. A beam of light from the ground shines up almost like flames dancing over its body. All right, and with that, anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's it.
All right, well, it is his turn, or its turn. I don't know. They reproduce asexually or not. I don't know. Anyways, Laura, sorry, but you're the only one within range.
Okay.
Like, you were right in front of it and you're smacking it. I take it neither a 12 nor an 11 hit. On the ground, as you were able to dodge nimbly between the two strikes, it is not able to find purchase. It is going to move down to here, giving it a little more concealment, and out of the range of that thing. Kedron, you're up.
All right. Being
Or no, sorry, it's going to stay within. Yeah, it's going to stay within melee to you. I thought it was a size category bigger than it was, but no, it's there. Sorry.
being that I was kind of unpacking and everything, I have most of my gear off. With I still have my armor on.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna, out of my piles of gear, I'm just gonna grab my bow and quiver and just jump over the balcony.
All right, now tell me, how much do your legs negate again?
The first 20 feet, and then after that it just starts.
Okay.
But anything after that is still half, but it's only 10 feet of drop, that would actually... So first 10 feet's nothing.
No. It extends your nothing from 10 feet to 20 feet, which means at 30 feet damage starts.
I thought
how
it was
that
the first 10 feet is basically nothing, and it started from there.
Your legs give you an extra 10 feet of fall without hurting you.
Well, it's still half damage anything beyond that.
Because you took another thing, right?
No, that's just part of the description that's in
Yeah,
the thing
cool.
you gave me.
Well, then you take 1 point of damage. You stress the springs to the max a little bit there of your new springy cartilage.
Gotcha.
And you take 1 point of fall damage. Congratulations. However, you have getting out to the door. We'll say that only used 5 feet of movement since you were inside.
Mm-hmm.
You were step, jump. You were on the ground. You do a neat little roll. What you doing?
Can I see it from where I'm at?
Yes. Again, foliage and people, so it's going to have, partial cover, but yes.
Alright. 5, 10, 15. What about from, here?
Waiting for your token to update. Laura is still kind of in the way, but she's short. You have better line of sight.
Well, it is still within melee with her, so I get sneak attack.
Correct.
So I am going to roll a short bow shot.
Go for it.
Let's see if it actually rolls my sneak attack this time. It does not, so I'm going to go and roll that separate.
It doesn't matter.
It
7
doesn't
doesn't
hit.
hit.
All right.
Ping! It pings off of it. It's less metallic and more soup. as it goes off into the woods. But yeah, complete miss. Anything else on your turn?
Alara, when I sent you to get firewood, this is not what I had in mind.
Well, we can use it as firewood after we kill him. Okay, let's just kill him.
All right.
Yeah, Brother Thule, you're up.
All right. I need a reminder of how the jump works in here.
So you're on the ground right now.
Yep.
Hold on. Long jump then?
Doesn't he have like jumping boots or something?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I thought
Now
it was
tell
like
me how those work again. What's the words on those?
It doubles my jump distance.
Nice. All right. Jumping. Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet equal to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you leap only half the distance. Now, technically, according to the rules, either way, each feet of movement you clear on the jump cost a foot of movement. However, I'm not ruling it that way, but you can only jump like once per movement. So if you dash, you can jump again.
Okay, so basically,
Well, no, you can make an acrobatics check to make it not cost movement. We'll do it that way. That way it doesn't completely just break movement and everybody's long jumping every turn.
I was just basically going to long jump into combat. I was
Yeah.
going to run. So I'd have to
Actually, you could get there anyway. So if you just want to use your movement to long jump after 10 feet of movement, you don't have to roll anything, and that'll just be the rest of your movement.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make an entrance.
long jumping is cool.
Plus, long jumping into an attack
Exactly.
is just visually dope.
If you are long jumping into an attack, first give me an acrobatics check. Nothing negative can come of this unless you roll a natural 1, but something positive might. No, okay, just straight roll for your attack then.
All right. Yeah. All right,
Stupid long jump, got it.
just trying to get where I can actually have that advantage. Oh yeah, I forgot to announce I was going to rage though.
Yeah. You can only make it to here as part of your movement. I don't know, long jump is weird with those boots. I'll give it to you. It's fine. Because boots do things and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. You can go back to where you were. Boots and magic and stuff and things. So there you go, you're good.
Gotcha.
But that still technically is an advantage, though.
Nope, you'd have to have one more square for advantage, which I don't think you can quite reach.
All right, so it'd have to be reckless attack then.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'll just do that and then swing.
You got it. Reckless attack. Go for it.
But let's be honest, if your barbarian isn't reckless attacking, what is he doing?
Did you bonus action rage already?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, your indicator was on, but I didn't remember you saying it, so I was just checking.
Okay, gotcha. My bad. All right, so. Oh wait, I forgot to turn advantage on. Sorry.
Yeah, just roll again, and then we'll use your higher one, but your first damage. 16 misses barely. You whack into it, but you hit a really hard, dense, woody part that doesn't seem to do much.
All right, and follow up.
Yep. That one hits. And which hammer is this? Is this just your regular hammer?
Yeah, the maul.
Maul? Okay. Doesn't seem to quite, like, you connect and it crushes some of the vegetation, but doesn't quite do as much as you were hoping for. It's a little springy and soft. Ilara's slashing seemed to do all the damage she anticipated. Your crushing does not.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right, back to the top. Ilara, you are up.
Alrighty.
Negatory Ghost Rider. AC is 17. We'll just throw it out there and make it quick.
Mama.
Swing, 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 but nothing quite touching, unfortunately. You know, y'all usually hit a lot more than this. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
My other character's bleeding over into this one.
All right, anything else for you, Lara? Alrighty then, McGear, you are up, Holmes. Josh?
Sorry. Multiple children in the way.
Yep, got it. Space Gobos.
Alright. So I'm going to take a running jump out of the tree and reaction cast Featherfall.
Okay, go ahead and mark off that spell slot as you.
Yep. And then let's see here. How much? That should give me still full movement, correct?
Yeah, you were already standing on the banister, sure. Or by the banister. It's just kind of a quick vault.
All right. Let's see here. I only have 25. I only need to get the. There would give me line of sight, wouldn't it?
Pretty well, yeah. It's still a little obscured because you have all of this. You can't see my finger. Brush in here, but yeah, a lot better than what you have.
What about here?
Better.
All right, we're gonna move to there then.
Because this plant-type creature is swinging away at Alara and getting a boop in the booty by Brother Thule over there.
Hashtag face of missiles.
As you're passing by me, I'm going to look over at you and say, McGee.
Oh wait, hang on.
Catch
I
it on
can't
fire.
cast 2 spells that are leveled. So that
Yes, no, you can't. No, you cannot.
Yeah, as you're running past me, I'm going to say, McGee, catch it on fire.
Why not? Let's do a firebolt because cantrips don't count as leveled spells.
All right. Unfortunately, that one misses as you sails wide. Okay. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nah, that's it.
All right, and with that, Father Ironcloak, you are up. You just heard somebody something about fire. Don't know what that was about.
That'd be great if I had fire, but fire's lame.
I mean, he's standing right beside me. He could probably hear me, too.
Yeah, that's why I said he heard somebody shout something about fire.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there.
Okay. You now have flanking with... Ooh.
And then bonus action, I can move this up to 20 feet. And I'm assuming it can just, it floats, so it can just, pass through people's squares, right? Is that how that works, or no? Does it still
yes,
take
but
double?
you're going to have to use part of the movement to go up as well.
All right,
this
so
was pretty big. I'd say it's already floating 5 feet off the ground. You'd have to go at least another 5 feet up in the air to get over him. So I'd use 1 square of movement to get up and the rest to go over.
What about, could I, 5, 10, and then just pass over Thule as 15?
Oh, yeah, Thule's short.
And then 20 to there?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, bonus action. You get to move it, get to attack with it, so...
Yep, that is right, and...
So would it still be a 3rd level spell, since that's what I cast it at?
Yeah. When you cast it, that's what it is. Is it concentration, by the way?
Bonus action, 60 feet, VSM, duration. No, it doesn't say anything about concentration.
Cool. Go for it.
27, natural 20 to hit.
Oh, heck yeah.
And that just doubles the dice, right? So it'd be...
Yes.
That'd actually be a 14 on damage. Because I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5, 10 makes it 14. Absolutely. And you're hitting with spiritual weapon, which is what type of damage?
It is...
Is it radiant?
I don't know.
Um,
It does 20 feet, 500.
Force damage.
Force damage. Okay, cool. Just checking. Cool. Yeah, force damage is fine. So that was 14?
Yes.
Awesome. That hits. And how about for you?
And then I'm just gonna stab it.
Go for it.
Shoot.
You got your Guandao?
Yeah. I need to make a macro for that.
Yeah.
Guando. 18 to hit.
Absolutely does.
7 stabby stabs.
And I would advise using my method of making macros over Bryant's, because Bryant's is long and complicated and sucks, and mine's a drag and drop.
I would like to point out, I just did more damage than I have in the last month.
Congratulations, you hurt something.
Yay!
Anything else for your turn?
Movement, bonus action, action, no.
Cool. You just did considerable damage. You're right in front of it.
I'm gonna get smacked.
Oh, you're getting smacked.
Smack me, baby.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
How about a 21 and a 20 to hit?
Both hit.
Both hit. Let me get a calculator.
That doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound good at all.
I would like to point out that when the first one hits me, I'm thunderously rebuking the crap out of this dude.
That's totally fine, but in the meantime, you take 32 points of bludgeoning damage combined.
Okay.
And as it gets both of its arms on you, it begins to wrap around you. You are engulfed.
That doesn't sound cool.
Let's see. You are blind, restrained, unable to breathe. Yeah. You are blind, restrained, and suffocating.
That's not cool at all.
No, but you can thunderously rebuke as soon as that first one hits you, because you have about a half a second between that and getting slammed and engulfed.
Alright, dexterity saving throw.
He's totally great at those. Not really. Not at all. 10.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure it's like 15 to save.
Okay, cool. What is he taking?
So I'm just gonna use one of my channel divinities, and he's gonna take 16 damage.
Thunder or lightning?
Lightning.
Lightning damage. 16.
Hey, Father Ironcloak, what's your con mod?
Constitution is 2.
Yeah, you can hold your breath for 2 minutes.
All right, Father Ironcloak, you don't notice this because you're getting engulfed right now and you're blind and restrained and everything. However, you guys, as you see this electricity out from Father Ironcloak and lance into this creature, some of those slashes that Alara had laid close up.
Why does every damage type I ever do just heal whatever I'm trying to kill? It's a tree. Lightning shouldn't heal it.
I'm not the one who wrote the stat block.
Well, they're stupid.
Not all of
Whoever it is.
I didn't write that part of the stat block.
Like, necrotic
however,
damage
as the
heals
two
undead
things
snake, I get.
slam into him, they meld back in with the rest of the body, and 2 new appendages sprout out from the sides of it as he has been engulfed.
I've been eaten. That's cool. That's a new one. I've not had that happen before.
You are to swallow, sir.
I don't really like getting to swallow.
You know what? We're gonna use this for swallowed. Congratulations. And that's gonna be its turn. Actually, it's getting away from some of the people who deal lots of damage to it. It's gonna move around here. Alara, you do get an attack of opportunity. You go with it.
Yes, please.
Well, it just moved in the same space as his spiritual weapon. Can it do that?
Spiritual weapon's kind of floaty, so it'll go.
It doesn't. It does. I mean, like, it doesn't get any
Yeah.
sort of smacky smack.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Can I put some
Smate?
Want to do some smite juice?
yeah, the fiery smite.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, is Fiery Smite a spell, or is that your regular smite, just a different type?
It's a spell.
Okay, so Fiery Smite, I believe you have to cast on your weapon, and then the next time you hit, it does fire damage, is the way that one works.
Okay, I'll just do regular smite.
You can drop it in the chat if you want to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
No, you're probably right.
Okay, yeah, Smite you can totally do just out the gate. Go for it. Nice. All right. All right. Anything else on your turn? Or no, that was its turn. That's your attack of opportunity. Whatever. Kedrin, you're up.
All right, I am going to knock another arrow as I run to about there-ish, which is...
Yeah, clear line of sight, more or less. A little bit of brush, but it's big. You can see it.
And time for another arrow, and still, advantage... No, not advantage, freaking
Sneak attack.
sneak attack. Yeah.
Yep.
So, short
Probably have to
bow.
roll it manually because we stopped and fixed that. Sorry.
Why am I not seeing my actual die roll? Well, it doesn't matter. I
Ian
don't
will
hit
not
anyway.
touch. Another arrow off in the woods somewhere.
All right then. Well, can't. And bonus. I'll insightful fighting. Why not?
Sure, go for it. Does that give you advantage or no?
It doesn't, but it's just good to have just in case he gets out
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
range
for
of
sure.
people.
Honestly, I don't even think I need to roll for that. Let me check. He can't even match with a natural 20. No, with a 2, which means he rolled like a 5. So 2.
No, I have insightful fighting.
All right, Brother Thule, you are up, home cheese.
All right. Well, let's see. What does it take to switch weapons? That's an action, right?
Yeah, no, it's interact with object action. It's basically free.
Okay.
You can only do it like once per turn, but yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I think I've still got someone's sword.
You still have my my short sword.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You got any inventory with it.
Oh, I'm actually trying to find it.
I
If your
never-
hammer's not magic, it would have the same modifiers if you're
It's-
using strength for it.
Well, it's my crystal short sword.
Do you
that
have the
does-
stats for your crystal short sword?
It's a D8 short sword. That's all it is.
Yeah, but what was the dex requirement for that?
Oh, right.
No, maybe I gave him my regular short sword then, because it was.
Yeah,
I
you
gave it
kept
to
your
him when I-
crystalline. And
Okay,
you
then
kept,
he has
gave
my
him- yeah.
regular short sword. Then it's just a regular
Okay,
D6
cool.
short sword.
So just
Which
make a
you-
hammer roll, and then we'll roll a d6 for damage.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can choose strength or dex for it.
Yep.
All right. And I'm going to use the oh shoot. Reckless attack as well.
Go for it.
All right.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And roll your D6.
Slashing, but roll your d6. So that becomes 2 plus 4.
plus rage.
Yeah, and your strength is what, a plus 4? So 4 and then another 2.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Yeah, 8
Slashing.
damage. Had a really bad itch in the back of my knee. Minus 8 slashing damage.
And then going to hit again.
– 12 slashing.
Nice. Max damage. Absolutely. All right, anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right, then we are back up to the top with Alara. It has moved out of your range.
And I shot through it.
What?
Kapow.
Awesome. Did you want to do like a bonus action cast of fiery whatever again this time?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, I know you wanted to last round, so I was just checking if you did. Cool. Yeah, one bonus action. So you cast it as a bonus action, and it lasts for 1 minute concentration until you hit a creature with that axe.
All right.
Got to hit it with that axe. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not gonna hit it, so that's fine.
That was only 2 attacks. It cost you a bonus action. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Yep, both of them whiff. However, you do have fire still on the head of your axe for the next time you do hit. Anything else on your turn? Gear.
All right, move over to here for line of sight. And we are going to... Let's see, what do my spell slots look like? Yeah, we're gonna do magic missile
Go for
level
it.
2. Brr.
McGear, go Bert. Nice, another 14. Doing some damage, doing some damage. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nah, bro.
Father
I'm good.
Ironcloak, you're stuck. You're engulfed. You
I'm
are
engulfed.
you can't breathe. You are blind. You are restrained. It sucks. What are you doing?
Okay, so I got a question. Actually, I got a couple questions, but I'll start with one.
Uh-huh.
So I can't see my spiritual weapon.
No.
Would it still attack?
You're directing it.
So that's a no.
Yeah, I mean, it would be the same as attacking blind, which would be a disadvantage.
Okay, second question.
Yeah.
I've been eaten by something.
Yeah.
Do I get a bonus to hitting it since I'm like inside of it?
You are restrained.
Yeah, you can't attack. You are restrained.
I just need to be able to touch it.
No, you're restrained. Like if it has, and you can't breathe, which means vocal components are out, somatic components are out, material components are out because you can't reach anything.
So I'm just dead? That's
You're
neat.
just.
You can try and break free. You can try to like muscle your way out.
Of being inside of it.
Yes, you are inside of a mass of vines, but you can try. You could try and break out.
Huh. Cool. Sure, I guess. Strength check?
Cool.
Is it strength or contested athletics?
Contested athletics. So go ahead and roll athletics.
Nope.
Wow, he rolled really poorly, but you still rolled worse.
That's rough, buddy.
All right, anything else on your turn?
No?
Cool, make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You're fine. Like it starts to crush in on you, but you're like, "Argh!" And you hold it off with your impressive dwarven fortitude, and it's fine. It hurts a little, but not enough to actually hurt. All right. So that brings it to its turn. Let's see who hit it last, besides McGear. Honestly, McGear's not that far away. Let me just roll a little thing majig here. Cool. Not going for McGear. Thule, it's going for you.
Bring it on.
Like Donkey Kong. Did you reckless attack last time?
Yep.
Cool. How about a 25 to hit?
Negative, Ghost Rider. Yeah.
No, I feel like that hits. All right, that is 11 in bludgeoning damage on that one.
But that's halved, remember?
Yes. And a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 18 bludgeoning damage halved, which would be 9. To you, brother or Father Ironcloak. Blah. You get spat out. Brother Thule. Oh. You get engulfed.
Do I get any type of way to prevent that?
No, if both of its attacks land, you get engulfed.
Okay.
You are blind, restrained, suffocating, blah 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 blah. All right, and with that, we're back to the top with Alara.
Wait a minute, it
No,
just
no.
attacked.
No, yeah, he just attacked. What am I doing? I got caught up on Thule there for a second. Sorry, Kedron. Kedron,
Yes.
you're up. Sorry, I
Another
got all mixed
arrow.
up. Hey, you know what? I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep and a lot of work today, so caffeine and spite.
18.
Hey, there you go. Roll that sneak attack. 5 plus 14 makes
19 damage.
19 points of damage, which is piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Because it's a bow.
Because it's a bit perfect.
Bah.
What else on your turn?
Well, moving is not really going to help me. And, I mean, hiding's really not going to help me either. So I'm just going to I mean, flavor-wise, I'll just start notching another arrow for my next turn.
Yep, perfect. All right, Brother Thule. Blind, restrained, suffocating, can't breathe, can't move. It sucks. Getting squished.
All right. Attempt to break out then.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an athletics check, which you are raging, so I believe you get advantage.
Yep.
All right. Athletics check. Took me a second to find my token.
No, you're good. Go for it.
All right. So I got advantage on this. You said.
Yes.
It's probably still not going to be enough.
He rolled high on this one. He got an 18. So you see him start to pry some of the vines apart, but he's not quite able to make it. And they. All right. At the end of your turn, as you did not take any damage or make an attack, your rage fades.
I took damage.
Not this turn. You took damage on its turn.
Oh.
A bit of claustrophobia begins to set in, and your rage is lost. Just go ahead and deactivate your little marker there. Turn the 1 to 0. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Cool. Ilara, you're up. You got a fiery axe in your hand.
Actually, for real this time.
Actually, for real this time, yeah. That'll hit. And then, by the way, what level did you cast at?
1.
Okay, so that is how much damage? Or at the, hold on.
1d6 fire damage.
So attack deals an extra 1d6 and causes a target to light on fire. Okay. Like that.
That's not a d6.
That was a d8. Roll the d6.
Sorry, I'm really far from the screen. I'll take it.
Cool. You hit. Flame explodes out from it, scorching across its skin. Double check.
Oh,
Struggling to catch as the fire doesn't do as much as you'd hoped. As sap begins to immediately leak out of the area that you charred, covering over the char, protecting it, and starting to extinguish the flame. There are still spots burning. However, right where it took damage, a little flower bud comes out of the char.
great.
So that's attack 1. What happens on the rest of it?
A 2 was a 6. So.
Attack 2 is a 6. Attack 3 is a 9. So you get the 1 attack.
Whatever.
Actually, hold on. We need to double check how many blooms you see. Oh, sorry. 2 blooms. 2 buds come out of that char. It is still lightly on fire as the sap is struggling to take the fire away. All right. Ilara, that's it. Magir, you're up. Unless you want to move or anything, Ilara.
Nope.
Cool.
Let's see
He's falling
here.
behind you.
Also, these flower buds are very small. Magir, you
Like
from
sit on
this
that
angle,
bush and
considering
look
where she hit it, give me a perception check.
Open hand, nothing in it. Nothing in
Okay.
it.
Let's see here. Let me change the name real quick. Perception. This one.
Kedron, you can also give me a perception, and Brother Thule, if you'd like, to see if you catch these results.
I can't give a perception.
No, sorry, Iron Cloak, not Thule.
Oh,
It's like I'm blinded.
Yeah, no, y'all see the flower buds come out of the char.
perception?
Yes.
13.
You do not.
Alrighty. Since I have a better line of sight now, I'm gonna fire bolts.
Go for it. 26 will definitely hit for 16 fire damage. And you kind of notice the same thing as her. Wherever the fire strikes and splashes across, it chars, and immediately a cooling or a sap covers the area. Flower buds begin budding along the char. It doesn't seem to bother it nearly as much as you think fire should, especially being a plant. Okay. 2 makes 6, 79, 10, 11.
Dude, that was a 19. That was almost a net 20.
I wish it was. It would have been great. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right. With that, Father Ironcloak. Hey, you're not consumed anymore.
Hey, that's cool. I'm gonna move to here. That gives me advantage, yeah?
If it is with Thule, he's engulfed,
No,
so
with
no, he's
Alara.
not threatening. Yes, it
Right?
does.
Alright. I'm upset. So we're going to cast Inflict Wounds as a 3rd level spell.
Go for it. That is a touch spell, so you need to make
Yep.
a spell attack for me, please.
Melee spell attack. 12. Now,
Connect.
if I remember, DM Inspiration is a d6, right? And I can use it at any point in time?
Yeah.
Alright. So using D. Oh, wait. Hold up. I have advantage.
Why do you? Oh, right, because you.
I'm
Yeah,
playing,
yeah.
I
Go
just,
for it. Roll advantage.
Because I'm smart.
Yeah, just roll it again. We'll use your first numbers for damage and everything.
26.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that hits.
And
So that is
29 necrotic
29
damage.
points of necrotic damage. Yeah, he's not resistant to that. Hello, Mr. Harmacist. Holy smoke. Yeah, you've definitely done more damage in this than you've done in the past month, for sure, because wow. That's a lot of damage. He's going to need some Flex Seal. Okay, anything else on your turn?
That was my action. Bonus action. Axie Boy is doing the Axie
Yeah,
things.
go for it. Roll that attack.
Flex Seal's not gonna fix that.
That's a lot of damage. 23 to hit, 5 force damage.
Yeah, so the other dwarf gets consumed. You're pissed that you were just, like, taken in like that. You just stand up, you grab it from one side, pumping necrotic, like, God's holy wrath into this thing. From the other side, the axe just slams into it. You're not the happiest camper. As black rot begins to spread up a portion of this thing. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. The beginning of its turn. 2 things. 1, Thule, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw DC 14.
Okay. Constitution save?
Yes.
Oh, that was not supposed to be.
Leftmost is a 15. You are fine. DC was 14. You're good to go. Question, did you take off the damage that you took earlier from those slam attacks?
Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry.
Yep, let me go back up to it.
It was 9 damage.
9 damage and then 7 damage.
They were halved though.
No, that's already half
No,
now.
that was already halved.
It was 18 and 13, so 7 and 9.
Yep,
So
7, 9,
20,
that's
16. 16 total.
Sorry.
There we go. All right. And I'm waiting for it to update on my screen. Perfect. That shouldn't have... Your HP just disappeared.
Wait, what?
You had 77. 77.
That's 16 damage, right? Wait,
77
19.
minus 16. Your new HP should be 61.
Yeah, okay. You got it?
There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, where all of that char is. Oh, wait, it needs to make another save for your spell, Laura. Your fire here. Cool. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, must make a Constitution saving throw. So, what is your spell save DC, Laura? 15? Con save is a 10, so it takes another, what, D6 of fire damage? Yes.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6.
I never used the spell.
4 points of fire damage. All right.
You caught it on fire, and I feel like the fire is helping it somehow.
But then how do I put it out?
I mean, you can use your action to put it out.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Another 4 of these blooms sprout across its body, and as it does, they all open up, releasing puffs of pollen all around it. All right, let's see. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw for me. This is against poison, so Father Ironcloak, you have advantage. Brother Thule, as you are encased, you don't need to make it. You can't breathe.
Even at 20 feet away?
Yes, 20 feet is the radius.
Constitution.
Yes, Ironcloak, you have advantage.
22.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Remember, anyone within 10 feet of Alara gets a bonus.
Oh yeah, how much is that bonus?
5, I think.
4.
Oh, 4.
It's a D4.
So that makes
Just
No.
McGear as the bonus.
It's my
Alara, Kedron, I just need McGear.
Kristen's still looking at her stuff. Give me a second.
sorry, it's been a while since I played this character. It's, my charisma modifier +1. So 5.
That was correct.
Okay.
It's 5.
But that's within how many feet?
10 feet.
10
10.
feet? Yeah, McGear, you're only the one getting it.
Oh no! Sorry, it is 4. It's not a +1. It's 4.
Okay. Yeah, McGear,
I
you're
think
getting a
she
+4
gets
to
it
it,
too,
so go
though.
ahead and roll. Huh?
She gets it too, though.
Well, yeah, she gets it.
All right, Constitution saving throw. Boop a goop. That would be a total of 19 for me.
Total of 19. Awesome. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Yes.
How much damage am I taking here?
A lot. Almost max.
Oh gosh.
Well,
18 points of poison damage.
did McGear pass the save?
No, no one did.
Wait,
Even with 22?
with a 22, I didn't pass?
The more flowers, the higher the DC.
And how much did you say the damage was?
What was the DC?
27. Because of how many flowers you guys procced.
Right, what was the damage again?
Oh.
18 points of poison. And you are all poisoned.
18 points.
Yeah. And you are all poisoned. Except for Thule, who can't breathe right now.
And I only take 9 damage.
Yes, and you only take 9 because you are resistant. However, you all are poisoned, which means that you take... or you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. However, you do notice that the flowers then wither and fade. Until new fire happens. Yeah, DC goes up every time a flower procs, and flower procs based off of damage amount. It's a thing, but whatever. I roll for how many flowers are per certain percent of damage. I'll talk about it later.
It's still on fire.
This is a wildfire shambling mound, everyone. Congratulations.
My God, dude. Even
Yeah,
if
I
you
rolled
had-
almost max damage.
No, even if you had max constitution, you'd still have to basically roll a nat 20 to pass.
Well, that's because you guys proc so many flowers so
That's
quick.
So dumb. Like, I understand it. That's so dumb.
Not my fault. You guys decided. You guys noticed the flowers popping up. That's what the perception checks were for, and I told you passed. Why did my camera crap out?
Try refreshing.
Yeah, give me a second. There we go. Yeah. You guys noticed the flowers. You kept burning it.
So, Josh, you're at like a 4th health, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good assumption.
So, now it's its turn to attack.
I'm under half.
Let me roll to see who it goes for here. Of course, it goes for the wizard. I rolled for this. Moves here, Father Ironcloak, you get an attack of opportunity.
If there's random shambling now and then just take one of us out.
21 to hit, 7 damage.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Also,
That
I'm just gonna guess it doesn't take bleed damage, right?
Yeah, no. It is looking real rough. Like, real rough. It is getting desperate at this point. Okay, and then...
We have disadvantage from poison, don't we?
Oh, you do. Yes, please roll again.
But no, thank you. 16. Nah.
That one misses. You are correct. You swing, but you're like, and you miss as you're trying not to throw up because you feel like, up. Slam, slam. Oh! Not a natural 20. Not a natural 20. It is 24 to hit, though, on the first one.
Who's it attacking?
You.
Oh, it's attacking me? Hang on.
I mean, you have luck and port and die.
I haven't announced the roll for the second one. You could use port and die on that.
Or luck.
And then luck is what? How do you do luck against an enemy?
If it makes an attack against you, the person that
Yes,
has luck,
but is it before I announce it? Is it before I roll it? Is it
it's before you announce the conclusion.
Okay, well, I haven't announced your second attack. I have rolled it, so you could do luck.
I mean,
You
it
can
doesn't
do
have to
luck
be before you say what
20.
the number is. It just has to be before you say if it hits.
So
Or let me pull up luck.
what I could do is activate Lucky and then pick the results.
Oh, sorry. It's okay, cool. Yeah, no, okay. The first one's still 24, but anyways.
Bring it.
In the ruling on lucky, it just says you can spend a luck point whenever an attack roll is made against you. It doesn't say anything about on that one about.
Yeah, after you roll the die before the outcome is determined. However,
Yeah,
he knows
I
his
added-
AC, so I have rolled the die. I'm not going to announce what the number is.
But that's the thing. On the attacking you part, it doesn't specify that.
Okay.
It's only if it's you're changing your roll. It doesn't say anything about the announcement on the
Yeah, sure.
on that segment. It's up to you, but I'm just saying how it's written.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Lucky's broken. Go for it. So are you taking it or are you rolling luck?
I'm gonna take it.
Okay, the first one hits with a 12 bludgeoning damage.
It was
Okay.
nice knowing you, McGear.
What's your AC?
16.
Oh, second one misses. You're good. You are able to whoo out of the way as the second one just wham into the ground next to you with enough force that you're pretty sure that would have killed you.
Probably.
Like that would have hurt a lot.
Yeah, because unlike what's written in this thing, in the official
Kedron, you're
listing
up.
of it, it's a separate paragraph about that.
Yeah, no, I have that pulled up now. Go for it.
All right, Kedron. All right, because I want to get advantage because I'm at disadvantage anyway. I'm gonna try to hide in the bushes.
Sure, bonus action rogue hide. Go for it.
I mean, there's bushes.
There are bushes. Go ahead.
At
Sure. You don't think it
disadvantage.
sees you. Let me check.
Why was there a double stealth?
Well, because I forgot to roll a disadvantage.
It doesn't see you. Or at least you don't think it does.
Well, you're gonna have to tell me.
Yeah,
so I know
you have
whether-
advantage.
Okay. Well, then straight roll because cancel
Yeah,
that.
straight roll.
All right then. Then I'm going to make a short bow attack at it.
Yep, at normal, and then
Yeah, no, that's gonna miss again.
boom! It's 3 arrows off in the woods somewhere. All
Well,
right.
2 arrows off in the woods, 1 in it.
Yeah. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
This thing looking rough, guys. I mean, rough. Brother Thule, you're up. You're still. You can't breathe. You can't move. It sucks in here. Man, it
Alright.
sucks in here.
I'm going to again attempt to break out.
Okay, since unless you use your bonus action to spend another rage, you will not get advantage.
Actually, what am I supposed to be rolling to try and break out?
Athletics.
Tested athletics.
Athletics. Okay, never mind. All right. Oh, let's try this.
With ease this time. It seems it is kind of losing some of its bodily functions as it's taking all this damage and being super distracted. You pull yourself out and you get to the ground. The pollen has dissipated. You're fine. That is your action, though. But you are free. You are no longer engulfed. You just kind of slide out right here next to Alara.
Man, y'all ain't looking too good.
Anything else on your turn?
Can't attack, right? So
No, you've used your action.
yeah, that's
All right, back to the top. Ilara, you're up.
Wait, didn't it get burned again on its turn?
It already did that at the beginning of its turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Thule's turn.
I didn't
getting
remember you
free.
bringing it, saying it.
Yeah, no, it did. Ilara, you're up.
You.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Are we pumping any smites or anything into it?
Let me see what I've got. Yeah.
All right, roll that smite.
Why?
So, Ilara, how would you like this thing to die?
I want the flames to burst back up for a second and then just like be completely put out and then like smoke a little bit and it just falls over backwards.
Right, so you release concentration on your fire as you slam your hand axe up into it, pumping radiant damage throughout it as it shrieks in dual tones, super high and super lumbly low at the same time. Smoke emanating from it, but it doesn't seem to be proccing any sort of flowers, which is really great. And you step back as it just...
I think the concentration on that only is holding it on her weapon, not keeping it on fire.
Let me double check. Well, for flavor, it's dead, so...
Yeah, but...
For flavor, we'll let it happen. No, so the spell ends, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, so at the start of each of its turns, it must make a con save, a failed saving throw, or a successful save, the spell ends. We'll just say you're holding concentration on it. So, yeah, you're holding concentration on it while it's burning. You're keeping that fire going. Which is how we ruled it back in the giant tree as well, if you remember. Congratulations, guys. You have killed a big old thingamajig you weren't guaranteed to encounter, but you did because the dice hate you, I guess?
Alara, let's...
Okay. Quickly like, sits down and it's just like, heal poison quick! And like, is like...
Oh, yeah, no, you
shape.
all
Help
feel
here.
terrible, except for Thule. You're
Alara,
beaten up, bruised, bloody. You feel sick to your stomach. Your whole body is just weak.
Don't we take damage from poison?
No,
got the condition.
you have the poison condition.
Yes.
Yes, which just gives you disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Alara, I say we don't burn that thing because bad things happen when we burn it. Let's find other firewood.
I will take note of that.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants me to cure their poison, come over here.
Magir kind of like shambles over.
Okay, how many poisons am I healing, y'all?
I'll get in line
Either
behind
side.
him.
I mean, I'm crawling over there, but yeah.
There's 4 people that are poisoned.
Okay, so
Including
that's
you.
20. Okay, so nobody's poisoned anymore.
Congratulations,
And
nobody's poisoned
5
anymore.
points of healing as well.
What?
No,
Is it?
it spends the 5 points of healing to simply get rid of the poison. It doesn't give you the 5 HP. Yeah.
I'm just gonna pat you on the back, and you're gonna get 7 points of healing now.
It is an alternate use of that instead of just straight healing is how that works.
You hear me?
Yep, I hear you. So you 7 points.
Yep, 7 points.
So
It is getting late evening at this point. You are able to collect some more firewood carefully, disturbing no large bushes. And you guys settle in for the evening in this tree village, abandoned variety. Yeah. What watches are y'all taking? I assume you're taking watches.
Well, before we go to sleep, though, McGee, now that we're out of the Feywild, would you mind trying to identify this egg that Hag gave me?
Yes. So I will virtual cast identify.
All right, you sit there. You're holding it. You're casting identify. Give me an Arcana check, as you do when identifying things to see about stuff and
Yeah.
things.
Also, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Kedron doesn't know about it because he's asleep, but Kristen does have something we can identify.
Metagaming pigeon. Hoo hoo.
Hey, we've talked about this, and you said I could bring it up.
all right.
What did you say?
22. Very nice. Very nice. Now this is a hag, so let me check something. Yeah, she doesn't care that much actually, if you know what it does or not. Cool. So you're identifying that. What is everybody else doing? Because that takes 10 minutes.
What order of watch are we doing?
Yes.
We
What
have-
are the? Let's just establish that real quick.
I can take first watch. I'm not too badly banged up, but
Okay.
I mean, I'll go ahead and start dinner, I guess, while he's identifying.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take second.
All right.
I'll take whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Third, sure.
Third, sure. That leaves Olara and McGear for 4th and 5th, whichever order you want that in.
We'll put McGear last, since by that time he'll have his long rest.
Okay. So
And
she's
starts
4th.
his watch.
He's 5th. Cool.
So does long resting, right? Does it?
Yeah.
Would it be like after the first person watch, or like when does it kick into effect?
It's going to kick in at least like for everyone to get it. It'll be the full thing.
When would mine
However,
kick
like
in? if
last
I'm-
watch, by the time last watch wakes up, they have their long rest.
So if I'm in the middle, I wouldn't have it till the morning, right?
Correct.
All right, then I am.
Well, we haven't rested yet. We're still waiting on like identifying stuff.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I'm casting Cure Wounds on myself twice.
Go
Once
for
is
it.
a second, once is a third level spell.
Go ahead and roll that. What is anybody else doing? Thule?
Just kind of
I just changed.
gonna keep an eye out just in case for any more attacks.
Yeah, for sure. Give me. So you'll do that while you're kind of eating dinner, and then you'll take your watch later.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, I will say, I'll pull up when we are getting up into the tree. I'll pull up any rope ladders to our tree.
Yeah, for sure. You do that pretty easily. Give me a perception check for like while you're making dinner, so like early watch before the watches actually start.
Everybody or just him?
Just the. He said he was like
Oh.
basically standing watch while everybody's getting dinner ready and ready for bed. Cool. You don't really see much. You see some like monkey type creatures rolling around, which are pretty cool. Don't look like they'd be a huge threat. They're pretty small. All right. Y'all kind of doing your things. About 10 minutes passes. McGear. Yeah, definitely a cursed item. She didn't even try to hide it. She doesn't care.
Nice.
It is kind of a gatestone plus. So it's a seed of sorts. When planted in the ground, it will then grow some sort of doorway or gate it's kind of hard to read because it is Feywild magic versus our plane magic, material plane magic, which we have established functions a little differently. Therefore, magic grid zones, yada yada yada. But you're getting the gist of it.
So basically, it's a permagate versus a spellgate.
Kind of, but to a specific, like you get the idea that it's set to go to a specific place. It will only connect to those two places. Once it's open, it stays there. Also, once you bury it, you can't move it. And until it's buried, it spreads diseases. And the longer it goes without being buried, the bigger the diseases that are spread. Currently, it's like a head cold. Couple months down the road, you're looking at, E. coli, diphtheria.
That's after a couple of months.
Couple of years down the road, you're looking at Ebola.
Black plague.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like in a month going from head cold to E. coli is a whole lot worse than in a year going from E. coli to
months.
You're just murdering people by year 5. Then
you're looking at typhoid fever would be like 6 months to a year out, things like that. Like you're ramping up as time goes along. Right now it's a stomach bug. However, looking through it, you see you guys' names in the enchantment.
What?
Y'all will never get it. Y'all are carriers. Y'all will never get sick from the stone. Only the people around you.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty dope, actually.
Right?
You can't stop it.
Is there a range?
Yeah. About 200 feet.
Can it be suppressed by magical items such as sticking it in a bag of holding?
Try.
We can't stick it in the bag of holding.
Yes, I can.
Except we met this entity that takes stuff out of bags of holding and sells it to people.
And
that would be.
And what's to stop it from doing that from our pockets?
Because he lives in the bag.
My point being, though, is like this. That's an almighty god level creature.
No,
there's no stopping him. There's not even worth trying.
But we're good people. We can't just let him possibly sell this thing to.
You're right. We should keep this out in the open for it to kill people.
No, we need
whatever
to
it is my responsibility as I pluck the egg back.
I haven't necessarily told you what it does.
Well, you've been speaking out loud, and you guys have been talking about it in character.
Yeah, if you guys have been talking about it, then that's in character.
And you never stated, like, out of character or question
Yeah.
DM.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So, this thing's bad news. Very, very bad. I mean, personally, I would be very happy to magically seal the snot out of this. Because...
Well, from what I understand, if I do intentionally break a Fey deal without reaching to the letter of the word, bad news even beyond this.
Was there anything about, like, how deep we have to bury it?
No.
Or, I'm talking about, like, in the enchantment.
No. Just buried.
Just my opinion. Either A, we should stick this in the bag of holding where it hopefully won't affect people. Or B, take another trip out to the ocean, plant it in a pot, and then drop it in said ocean.
She specified not in a pot. Doesn't work.
She said the ground.
Okay. Well, you plant it in ground, and you move said ground into the ocean.
What if we just put it in the ground and then put said lump of ground?
It can't
lava?
be dug up. You can't take said lump of ground if it can't be dug up.
We put the lump on our shovel. We put the seedling into the dirt.
It said that once it was buried, it cannot be moved.
So
you could try to scoop it up and it wouldn't move.
I'm assuming from the letter of, I'm just going to go out and guess this, Bryant, that any sort of we put dirt on shovel, bury it in dirt on shovel. Doesn't count as ground. It counts as dirt. We're talking in the ground. Yes.
In the ground, yes.
Because otherwise,
Because
there's going to be a
shovel
lot of
would
stupid
very much
ideas.
fall into the realm of pot or pot-like objects. Anything you're trying to plant it in that's not the ground that she specifically said do not do does not count.
Do we have any tailors in the group?
I don't know any
What's
seamstresses?
the idea first, Thule?
We create a bag and we call it the ground. We put the seed in the bag and then we throw that. in
Hey,
lava.
hey, that on the other hand,
Can certainly try.
But would that be called planting it, or would that be called putting it in the ground? Because we have to plant it in the ground.
I'll plant it.
I am not a fan of calling our bag of holding the ground and having an interdimensional portal inside an interdimensional portal. That is an awful idea.
doesn't that create a black hole? Wouldn't we just die then?
Anything within a certain radius, space-time stuff. I don't understand the magic quite yet. It's not my field of expertise.
I have coffee grounds.
But I don't know if not magic to say it's a bad idea.
I have coffee grounds.
Spatial magic is very, very dangerous.
Well, for now, we'll just try to come up with something, and worst case scenario, we put it somewhere far, far away from anyone.
Like here, where there's no people.
Or well, we don't
We
know
could sell
how.
it to the bag of holding guy.
If I don't plant this, it's going to be much worse than just spreading diseases.
For you versus the world.
Whose names are
You know
on
what
it?
I described this thing.
Whose names are on it?
As I said, it is my responsibility. I made the deal,
In the immunity to these diseases bit, all y'all.
but
that's
the
the
deal
only
is
part of
separate.
it.
The deal is
Yeah.
separate from the magic on the item.
Yeah, the deal is separate from the magic on the item. She just altered it so the rest of the group wouldn't get sick, probably hoping that you guys wouldn't realize you were the cause. And would just walk around putting off burying this thing for 5 years and spreading the plague.
Like I said, we'll try to find another solution. Worst case scenario, we'll find somewhere far away from anyone. But we have a little bit
For
of
now,
time.
the bag of holding is my best suggestion, though. To hopefully defer symptoms. We should probably be aware of our relatable surroundings as far as it relates to people.
I would like to hold on to it myself. Would you allow me to carry the bag of holding? Just do feel responsible for this thing.
Sure, why not?
All right then. And then I will take it, put it in the bag of holding, and hold on to the bag.
All right, cool.
I feel naked without my bag of holding.
Was there anything else y'all wanted to identify, anything like that, check out this evening?
Any items we looted, possibly from a big tree?
You can have your ladder and the amber, for heaven's sake.
I don't want it. I just want to know what it is. But not the letter, mostly the amber, because
Yeah, you read us the letter, but we never took the time to look at what the amber is.
Okay, you want to identify that too?
Sure, why not? I'll take another 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. We'll just jump to that. You cast Identify, and while it is magical,
doesn't he have to roll?
yeah, sorry, Arcana check. You're right. Actually, it needs an Arcana check anyway. Anyways, so completely unrelated purposes. 11. Okay. Yeah. So it is faintly magical, but it's not a formed magic. Think of it as potential energy versus kinetic energy. Magic, once formed and being used, is kinetic energy. This is jam friggin' packed with potential energy.
So it's basically raw magical power.
Yes. You, with an 11, you've heard of similar items. They're used. They can be used in a myriad of ways, depending on their particular nature. They can be used as components for extremely powerful spells. They can be used as focuses for casting of spells, powerful ones even. They can be used in different very powerful potions and concoctions. You're not sure the nature of this one and what it would best be suited for, but this is something special.
So, super rare magical crafting item.
Pretty much.
Laura, do you mind if I keep a hold of this?
You imagine you could probably get it appraised at a jeweler, maybe, or some sort of arcana shop, or
Salazar's.
an arcanic jeweler. If you find one of those, any sort of purveyor of odd and arcane would probably be able to maybe have an idea about it, depending.
Okay, who fits the description of odd and arcane better than Salazar, though?
Well, that's a good point. I forgot he was in this world.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate the thing we killed.
Yeah, roll a nature check.
Because
Well, what are you looking for?
things like
Sure.
anything
Usable things off of
usable
it?
things.
Roll nature check.
Nature. Oh, I don't know what I did there. That's not good. Nature.
Yeah. Or no. Sorry, you're looking for useful things. Investigation. What am I thinking? That would make a lot more sense.
8.
Yeah, because nature is a knowledge-based check.
Yeah. Find some animal bones. You imagine it probably ate them.
Nothing. Will do
They're pretty
that.
pulverized. Like they're broken up pretty good. That's about it.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Nothing else I want to do.
Alrighty, you all go to bed and you start your watches. We'll go ahead and go in the order that we laid out earlier. Give me a perception.
My owl also stays up.
Yes. Give me a perception check for your owl for the whole night as well.
Actually, McGee,
Yeah.
why don't you send out your owl to scout around the area and see if there's anything within, flying distance that we should know about, and then it can report back to you in the morning.
Yeah, why not? I like that idea better. Alright, so let me do my roll. That's not gear, that's my gear. Perception, because I'm so good at perception. And then my owl. Says it wasn't that stat block.
Mama,
Ooh.
Dada,
Ooh.
I don't think that one quite works.
Dada.
Perception for the owl.
That's a natural 20.
Very nice.
Dada.
All right, so your owl is out flying around doing recon. It's going to range all night and then come back. Josh?
What?
Your owl is out, like, scouting the area. It's going to range all night and then come back in the morning? Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. All right, so, I forget the order everyone took the watches in.
I mean, I was first on that.
Okay, Kedron, a dirty 20. Peaceful night. Gorgeous out here. Lovely crickets. Some frogs. Some nice songbirds. You hear one songbird cut off in the middle. You get a little nervous and you see one of those little monkey creatures like eating the bird. It's not big enough to hurt you though. It's kind of cute. Who's next? Father Ironcloak?
No, it
I
would
am.
be Thule
Oh,
next.
Thule next. 7. Gorgeous night. Lovely evening. A little chilly. The temperature starts to drop. You get into high 30s. You're really happy for the fire. You put on your cloak. But it's temperate. It's not windy and brutal. It's enjoyable if you like crisp evenings. After that,
Then it's Ironcloak.
then it's Ironcloak. Father Ironcloak, 22. You see the monkeys. You see some other nightlife. You actually see, looks like a deer kind of walking through. That's a really big deer. Oh, it's an elk. That's cool. Kind of grazing through a little bit and wanders off on the forest floor. It's some gorgeous stuff, but nothing of much importance. Who's next?
Alara, then McGear.
Alara, then McGear. Got it. Let me do cool. checking something. Several hours. Cool. All right. Ilara,
Yeah.
where is your perception? 11. Again, second verse same as the first. It's beautiful. You stock the fire. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna prep a little bit of get some stuff chopped up for breakfast. I'll set it aside for McGear to actually make breakfast, so it's ready to rock when I wake up. Let's go. It's a great night. Beautiful. You see some bats coming back into roost in a couple of the places. McGear comes to relieve you from watch. Feels a little early, but hey, it totally could be. Whatever. You're not. Gear. For last watch of the evening with a 14 around. A little bit into your watch, kind of later into it, your bird does come back.
Important dice.
Cool. Your bird does come back. Everyone does get a long rest at this point. You start, working on breakfast and stuff. Let's see, what does your bird find? So with a natural 20, it does notice a sort of over at one of the edges of the city, which is a small city. It is rather large. Is a stake in the ground with some sort of sign on it that looks considerably newer than what's currently around it. It stopped to look at it and then realized it's an owl and it can't read, so it left. There was one house that kind of stood out with a natural 20. Like you had seen a couple of traps. This one had several sprung traps on it. And there was even the hint, like some red staining of blood on a certain few parts of this house. That would have been considerably newer and giving a natural 20. And your brain versus the bird's brain, because now you're looking at the blood, it would have probably stained this wood around the same time the newer rope ladders were being used. And yeah, you start making breakfast. Everyone starts waking up. You guys feel a lot better. You're a little sore from some of the beating you took yesterday. There's some bruising going on between the magic and the sleep and the food. You're ready to rock.
I passed the owl report to everyone.
Oh, sorry. One more thing from the owl. You guys are in a massive forest, like off to one direction and never found into it, even though it was flying all night. The other way, you figure you can make it to the edge of the forest in about a day's worth of travel, and there is a road that runs alongside of it that you can get to.
So since did he
Around-
not? Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if he knew what the sign said, or we'll have to go look at it ourselves.
Owl can't read.
Okay, we can go look at it.
Yeah. So there was that, and then off in the distance, you saw like it was early morning by the time the owl even got to that road because it's a day's worth of travel, so a night's worth of flight. It did see some smoke coming up from the distance, like off of chimneys and stuff. There might be a town nearby.
I want to go to the house with the blood. I think checking that out might be an idea.
That seems like a longer endeavor. Why don't we at least check the sign briefly beforehand?
That house was in this town that you guys are in, the abandoned tree fort town.
Yeah, I mean it's still gonna take longer to like go through and check for traps and everything than going and looking at a sign now.
So you guys are here, right? House is like over here somewhere. Sign is like over here on the front side of the town.
All right, we need to look at the house first, I guess.
All right, is that what you guys are up to?
Well, so can't he see through the? He can only see up to like 60 feet, right?
Through the eyes of the owl?
Yeah.
No. Yes. Yeah. No. Communication is within a certain distance, within 100 feet. Seeing through the eyes is unlimited.
So can't he just send the owl there now to go look
I don't know,
at
you
the
can ask
sign,
him.
right? McGear, can
Yeah.
thou ascend the owl and just look through its eyes and read the sign?
Yeah, you guys fix breakfast. I'll like rescout.
Or is like the sign in the same direction as the road?
Signs in the same direction as the road.
Oh, then I guess it doesn't matter.
Because we can just Even as we're on our way there, we can just have them hop on the horse behind me, and then send them out with the owl.
Either way. So yeah, y'all are eating breakfast. What y'all doing after that? What is the plan?
I don't know. I guess do we want to go look at the house or just skip it and go to the sign and then to
Let's
the road?
go ahead and head to the sign, and we'll send Miguel's owl to have a look at the sign. So we'll look at the house first.
All right.
Yeah, if everybody's cool with that, y'all head out towards the house. McGear, you send your owl over to the sign. It reads, "This most magnificent archaeological discovery, an abandoned village of some unknown Druidic people, first discovered and explored at great cost to himself and his crew, by Sir John of Dearborough."
Hey, can you say that again? The internet cut out there for a second.
Yeah. This most exquisite archaeological site, a village of some unknown Druidic people, first discovered and explored at great cost to himself and his team by Sir Jonathan of Dearborough.
Does the name Dearborough sound familiar to any of us? Because it's of like a place.
I was just waiting for Higginbotham.
Give me a
History check?
history check. Yeah, history check. Anybody that wants to, I guess. I mean, it's a stupid high DC, but sure.
23.
What the heck,
No.
Iron Cloak?
No, it's a 25 because it's like no matter where you guys are at.
Yeah, we don't even know where we're at.
Yeah. No, Dearborough doesn't really strike. Like, you know of a tiny little hamlet known as Dearborough back in Vatica, but you're pretty sure that's not it.
Yeah.
Like, you're pretty sure that's not it.
Right then,
All right, cool. Just a reminder that it is 9:45. We also have to get the kids down.
Yes, we are close to wrapping up. I was just gonna have you guys kind of check out that house real quick, and then that was gonna be our stopping point. Again, these are like one-room houses.
To the house.
Yeah, you guys get to the house. You come rolling up. What are y'all doing? There are sprung traps through this house. At
I'll
least
go
you can
ahead
see from the
and
outside.
check for any non-sprung traps as we
Cool,
progress.
investigation.
Up to it.
And I'm just gonna like follow around behind him, like investigating for other things that are not trap.
You find no unsprung traps. You see a few that were dismantled, and you see some that were triggered, and there's some blood on the ones that were triggered.
All right.
This house is
Then-
a touch more ornate than the rest, but not by a lot.
Go
Father
ahead.
Ironclad, nothing. Is anybody else checking out this house?
Go ahead and head into the house once we're done checking out for traps and
Yeah,
such.
for sure. Go for it.
I mean, I would be heading into it as I check as well because
Yeah, well, now you're in there. You're done checking for traps. You can investigate or perception this house, depending on what you are looking for.
I'm just gonna
I wanna
scan
go
and
in
see
and
everything
investigate
hands
as
out.
well.
Okay, so perception check on that. Is anyone doing anything besides? Hold on, don't roll yet. Is anyone doing anything besides perceiving, or would you like to assist with that, or what are we doing here?
As soon as I get the all clear of like I'm allowed to touch things, I'm actually going to investigate.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and investigate. Anyone else doing anything else before we start rolling? I need to know if we're doing any advantages or anything.
Kristen said that she'll assist me.
Okay, anybody else?
I'm already investigating, so
Yep,
I
cool.
can't do anything.
What are you doing?
Just going to kind of keep an eye out for big and uglies.
Sounds good.
I'm going to
Kendron, perception.
use one of my lucky dice.
Yeah, go for it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
And plus my modifier of 7 would make that a
23.
23. I'm going to choose the 23.
Yeah, I bet you are. All right, Kedron. There's not a lot to see in here. Like this house, as you're looking around, there are different touches and more ornate things, and some mantelpieces look like they would hold like certain items above the fireplace. Like someone of standing lived here within the community. That's kind of what you're picking up from it. Maybe a little paranoid as well. because of all the traps around their house. McGear, you see two things. Well, Kedron, you'd spot one of them as well. There is on one of the pieces of furniture that again looks grown, not carved, is a secret compartment that is open. Here, upon seeing this, you decide, secret compartments. Let's look. You find another one built into the wall that pops open, and inside is a small journal-type book. Inside of the open one is empty. And that is
Let's,
where we'll be next week.
Okay.
What was that?
Peace.
That's where we're cutting off.
Oh.
Yes. All right, guys. I will see you probably next week.
I was gonna say, my guess is
Hey,
the item
let him
we're
do the
looking for has
outro.
already been
Let-
looted,
let-
and we're
hey,
gonna have to track
Catherine,
down
Hold on,
whoever took it.
Jacob. Shut up.
Let him do
What
the
was that?
outro.
Outro first.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right. See you all next week, where we'll continue this fantastic, fantabulous story. Should be a lot of fun. We're planning on being on 7-ish as per usual, as far as I know. Everybody have a great night, a wonderful rest of your week. Deus Vult.